Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to another day with me, Teizzy, and Teizzy's World. I hope everybody had a great last night and a good one start. With that being said, let us continue. All right. I remember. Interesting. All right. If an ox gore a man or a woman, that they die, then the ox shall be surely stoned, and his flesh shall not be eaten, but the owner of the ox shall be whipped. So they went up and searched the land, the wilderness of Zin, unto Rehob, as man come to Hamath. Of Syria, and of Moab, and of the children of Ammon, and of the Philistines, and of Amalek, and of the spoil of Hadadezer, son of Rehob, king of Zobah. And why wilt thou, my son, be ravished with a strange woman, and embrace the bosom of a stranger? And he spake also a parable unto them. No man putteth a piece of a new garment upon an old. If otherwise, then both the new maketh a rent, and the piece that was taken out of the new agreeth not with the old. All right, so we are now on the Song of Solomon. The full title of this poetical book is the Song of Songs, which is Solomon's. It is also called Solomon's Song, and by some it is designated Canticles, which means Song of Songs. In the Hebrew canon, it is placed among the wisdom books, which hold a prominent place in the service of the synagogue. It was regarded by ancient Jews as the choice of songs, a song of the highest quality. To them it was a call to purity of life, a summons to return to monogamy in the marriage relation as ordained by God. Allegorically, the song was regarded as a history of Israel's temptation to forsake Jehovah for false lovers, and of the faithfulness of Jehovah required by their divine choice as God's peculiar people. It was customary to read the poem on the 8th day of the festival of the Passover. Although the poem may be given beautiful and truth enforcing allegorical interpretations. There is no justifiable reasons for rejecting the song as both literal and historical, unless marriage is to be regulated to a state of unholiness, and the affinities of conjugal love to the plane of impurity and sin, then the poem must be accepted as a glorification of true and constant love against all the allurements to infidelity. Indeed, the poem is an ethical treatise of tremendous and permanent value, and has a significant religious import. Sanctifying and elevating, and has a significant religious import. And sanctifying and elevating the mutual affinities in marriage ordained of God in Eden and commended throughout His word. In structure, Eden and the book is a lyric poem, touched with a dramatic spirit. It is part dialogue and part monologue, with three principal characters: the Shulamite maiden, her shepherd's lover, King Solomon, and the ladies of the king's court, who are secondary characters. The book may be divided into four main divisions as follows. Number 1, the bride and bridegroom and the king's first attempt to deflect the Shulamite. Number 2, the king's second unsuccessful effort to win the affection of the faithful bride and her persistent fidelity to her lover. Number 2 is the faithful bride. Number 3, the king's third attempt to win the Shulamite and her persistent fidelity to her lover. Number 5, the triumph of true conjugal love. One, two, three. Well, I'll be. The bride's longing for her betrothed. Now we're doing 1, 2, 3. Ah, look at that. Go figure. The Song of Songs, which is Solomon's. Let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth, for thy love is better than wine, because of the savour of thy good ointments. Thy name is as ointment poured forth. Therefore do the virgins love thee. Draw me. We will run after thee. The king hath brought me into his chambers. We will be glad and end sin. I know, right? Rejoice in thee. We will remember thy love more than wine. The upright love thee. I am black, but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. Look not upon me, because I am black. Because the sun hath looked upon me, my mother's children were angry with me. They made me the keeper of the vineyards, but my own vineyard have I not kept. Tell me, O thou whom my soul loveth, where thou feedest, where thou makest thy flock to rest. At noon, for why should I be as one that turneth aside by the flocks of thy companions? The lover's response. If thou know not, O thou fairest among women, go thy way forth by the footsteps of the flock, and feed the kids beside the shepherd's tents. I have compared thee, O my love, to a company of horses in Pharaoh's chariots. Thy cheeks are comely with rows of jewels, thy neck with chains of gold. I will make thee borders of gold with studs of silver. Will the king sitteth at his table? My spikenard sendeth forth the smell thereof. A bundle of myrrh is my well-beloved unto me. He shall lie all night betwixt my breasts. This is my beloved is unto me as a cluster of camphor in the vineyards of Engedi. Behold, thou art fair, my love. Behold, thou art fair. Thou hast dove's eyes. Behold, thou art fair, my beloved, yea, pleasant, as our bed is green. The beams of our house are cedar, and our rafters are fair. The bride likens herself to a lily among thorns. I am the rose of Sharon, and the lily of the valleys. As the lily among thorns, so is my love among the daughters. As the apple tree among the tree of the wood, so is my beloved among the sons. I sit down under his shadow with great delight, and his fruit was sweet to my taste. He brought me to the banqueting house, and his banner over me was love. Stay me with flagons, comfort me with apples, for I am sick of love. His left hand is under my head, his right hand doth embrace me. I charge you, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, by the rose, and by the hinds of the field, that ye stir not up, nor awake my love till he please. The voice of my beloved, behold, he cometh leaping upon the mountains, skipping upon the hills. My beloved is like a roe or a young hart. Behold, he standeth behind our wall. He looketh forth at the window, showing himself through the lattice. My beloved spake and said unto me, Rise up, my love, my fair one, and come away. For lo, the winter is past, the rain is over and gone. The flower appear on earth, and the time of the singing of birds is come. And the voice of the turtle is heard in our land. The fig tree putteth forth her green figs, and the vineyards with the tender grape give a good smell. Arise, my love, my fair one, and come away. O my dove, that art in the cliffs of the rock, in the secret places of the stairs, let me see thy countenance, let me hear thy voice, for sweet is thy voice, and thy countenance is comely. Take us the foxes, the little foxes, that spoil the vines, for our vines have tender grapes. My beloved is mine, and I am his. He feedeth among the lilies. Until the daybreak and the shadows flee away, turn, my beloved, and be thou like a roe or a young hart upon the mountains of Bethel. The bride relates a dream of her longing for her lover. By night on my bed I sought him, whom my soul loveth. I sought him, but I found him not. I will rise now, and go about the city, in the streets, and in the broad way. I will seek him, whom my soul loveth. I sought him, but I found him not. The watchman that goeth about the city found me, to whom I said, Saw ye him whom my soul loveth? It was but a little that I passed from them, but I found him whom my soul loveth. I held him, and would not let him go, until I had brought him into my mother's house, and into the chamber of her that conceived me. I charge you, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, by the rose, and by the hinds of the field, that ye stir not up, nor awake my love, till he please. Who is this that cometh out of the wilderness like pillars of smoke, perfumed with myrrh and frankincense, with all powders of the merchant? Behold his bed, which is Solomon's. 80 valiant men are about it. Of the valiant of Israel, they all hold swords, being expert in war. Every man hath his sword upon his thigh, because of fear in the night. King Solomon made himself a chariot of the wood of Lebanon. He made the pillars thereof of silver, the bottom thereof of gold, the covering of it of purple, the midst thereof being paved with love. For the daughters of Jerusalem, go forth, O ye daughters of Zion. And behold, King Solomon with the crown wherewith his mother crowned him in the day of his espousals, and in the day of the gladness of his heart. All right, thank you all for joining me so far. So if anybody needed to take a break, by all means, take a break. If anybody did take a break and came back, welcome back. With that being said, let's continue forward. In that day, saith the Lord of hosts, ye shall call every man his neighbor under the vine and under the fig tree. Your souls. The idol Ammon. Oh, okay. If the wife burnt the food she was cooking for her husband, divorce. Intriguing. What if she burnt the food for herself? All right. The Lord grants unto him, well, she did it on purpose, that he may find mercy of the Lord in that day. And in how many things he ministered unto me at Ephesus. Thou knowest very well. All right. Galatians chapter 2. Paul explains the purpose of his second visit to Jerusalem. Then 14 years after, I went up to Jerusalem with Barnabas, and took Titus with me also. And I went up by revelation, and communicated unto them that gospel which I preach among the Gentiles, but privately to them which were of reputation, lest by any means I should run, and had run, in vain. But neither Titus, who was with me, being a Greek, was compelled to be circumcised, but that because of false brethren unawares brought in, who came in privily to spy out our liberty, which we have in Christ Jesus, that they might bring us into bondage, to whom we gave place by subjection, no, not for an hour, that the truth of the gospel might continue with you. But of these who seemed to be somewhat, whatsoever they were, it maketh no matter to me. God accepteth no man's person. For they who seemed to be somewhat in conference added nothing to me, but contrariwise, when they saw that the gospel of the uncircumcision was committed unto me, as the gospel of the circumcision was unto Peter. For he that wrought effectually in Peter to the apostleship of the circumcision, the same was apostleship. The same was mighty in me toward the Gentiles. And when James, Cephas, and John, who seemed to be pillars, perceived the grace that was given unto me, they gave to me and Barnabas the right hands of fellowship, that we should go unto the heathen, and they unto the circumcision. Only they would that we should remember the poor, and the same which I also was forward to do. But when Peter was come to Antioch, I withstood him to the face, because he was to be blamed. For before that certain came from James, he did eat with the Gentiles, but when they were come, he withdrawed and separated himself, fearing them which were of the circumcision. And the other Jews dissembled likewise with him, insomuch that Barnabas also was carried away with their desolation. But when I saw that they walked not uprightly according to the truth of gospel, I said unto Peter before them all, If thou, being a Jew, livest after the manner of Gentiles, and not as do the Jews, why compellest thou the Gentiles to live as do the Jews? We, who are Jews by nature, and not sinners of the Gentiles, knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law, but by the faith of Jesus Christ, even when he believed in Jesus Christ, that we might be justified by the faith of Jesus Christ, and not by the works of the law. For by the works of the law shall no flesh be justified. But if while we seek to be justified by Christ, we ourselves also are found sinners. Is therefore Christ in the ministry of sin? God forbid. For if I build again the things which I destroyed, I make myself a transgressor. For I through the law am dead to the law, that I might live unto God. I am crucified with Christ, nevertheless I live. Yet not I, but Christ liveth in me, and the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by the faith of the sons of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. I do not frustrate the grace of God. For if righteousness come by law, then Christ is dead in vain. Amen. God bless you all. Mwah. See ya. Have a great day, y'all.